This is my oxygen generator. The batteries are junk. Oh, it's supposed to last 4 to 6 hours, but with the bad batteries, that's the way the VA bought it. I mean, it's not their fault. They didn't know. They just went for a local medical supply company that had ready, availability, like immediate for a generator. This was when I had COVID plus pneumonia, plus asthma. It's only by the grace of God, His mother, did I survive that 3 days in the ER and ICU. But thank Jesus for saving me. And what used to be St. Mary's, I credit the staff there that week that saved me, coughing up blood. I had it coming out two ends because pressure buildup and everything. I didn't eat for 11 days. Hey, it was great for a diet. I think I lost 20 pounds. But anyway, this seems to be controversy. I was given this when I had COVID because of the asthma background, but it was poorly documented back then. I mean, I could have been living with this ever since the Middle East. I just ignore it. Of course, smoking seemed to help too. I mean, I was sick a lot, but smoking seemed to, I don't know. I don't know how smoking prevented it, but of course I was sick a lot in the Middle East too because smoking, as well as when I was in Southeast Asia. Still sick, several times a year. Similar stuff, ear, nose, throat, always. Ear, nose, throat, and bronchitis. But this has not been maintained. I got this in 2020, December. It's never been maintained. I used it for 2 months, and then it started scrubbing, making like a scrubbing, like an engine brush scrubbing kind of sound. And then some kind of light on this display behind the screen. It's a light that like lights up all this stuff. It's like an orangish light. Then that came on too. It's not a display. There's a other display light that's greenish. This is like some orange light that started blinking. So it's never been maintained. The medical supplier tried to get me to return it to them, and I refused after I called St. Mary's because St. Mary said, that's been purchased. And like, why? I need proof of that. So they sent me all the documents. I think I have them. I think. The VA paid $1,100 for it because of my breathing background, even though back then it was poorly documented. In addition to pneumonia plus COVID at the same time. But my primary care has refused to maintain it. I mean, my old primary care, actually, one of the nurses told me to give it away to somebody or give it back. I'm like, you can't. It's been purchased for $1,100. And that was an overpayment, being as I used it for 2 months, the engine started scrubbing, and the batteries never lasted for 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours like they're supposed to. They last for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I mean, I think at one time I got it up to 2 hours, but never more than that. The batteries are bad. The system will even tell you. They're fully charged, but they're not. They don't last that long. Actually, I take it back. Maybe it wasn't 2 hours. Maybe it was about an hour. But anyway, they're supposed to last 4 to 6 hours. And so they told me to give it away. They said, oh, maybe you weren't supposed to take it. I'm like, look, I called St. Mary's. They send me a copy of the receipt. The VA paid $1,100 for this. They were cheated. I don't know if it was a, salesperson out to make a sale. I don't want to blame the company because it could have been a veteran-owned company. I mean, but then again, when you're a business owner and your business is doing bad, you're accountable whether you're a veteran or not. But I priced these online, and a brand new one is about 2 grand, and that's the newer model, brand new. The VA paid 1,100 for this. Um, yeah, the medical supply company, which is in Genesee County, when I called them, tried to tell me that was a rental fee. I'm like, oh, so you're telling me that the VA rented it $1,100 for each day? Yup. I'm like, well, I know you're lying now because I'm looking at the receipt in front of me, and this is a purchase with the serial number. You're lying. And she's like, well, no, that's a mistake. I'm like, no, I trust St. Mary's. They're not going to do something shady. The sisters who were attached to that hospital system for a long time are very good people. So she's like, well, you still need the other doctor's signature. I'm like, look, the doctor that signed for it is a VA contractor. Well, we need the second signature. I'm like, you know what? I called St. Mary's about that, and they told me that all that's needed to order is the first. That second signature for delivery, it's not really mandatory. And besides, the doctor's a VA contractor, so he's come and go, come and go. So I'm like, you're just going to have to leave it as it is. So they got their money anyway. They got it through a Dunning number, I'm sure. Otherwise, it would have never been delivered. But yeah, when I was using this, I felt a lot better. It wasn't a struggle to get up, but that was 3 years ago. A lot of muscle wasting and a lot of health issues came because I can't use this. It needs to be cleaned, maintained. Probably the battery is replaced, and like I said, there's something going on with the engine. It shouldn't, not the engine, I guess the pump. It's a pump. The pump is scrubbing. It makes like a sound like somebody eating. It goes at the beginning. It'll make a hum, then hum, and then it gets really hot really quick. But yeah, I don't know what to do with this. It's kind of useless. I asked the VA to get it maintained, um, and I don't know if my last contact with my provider, if she was referring to this or because she said everything's ordered. I don't know, but $1,100. Uh, and obviously, since my asthma was underrated probably from the beginning, I don't want to blame anybody. I think it's miscommunication, and people didn't go over and above to do the scientific investigation about my breathing. Yeah, I'm very capable because I come from a tough line of people, but then on the other side, any kind of activity I do has to be bursts. I can't do long, continuous, um, kind of strenuous activity continuously. It would have to be a burst, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, because my breathing will get bad. And I'll start to sweat anyway. I'm not going to go into it, but this right here is $1,100 of VA money. Just sitting for 3 years. When it could be helping the veteran, you know, maybe not improve completely, but at least have better health, which in the end also saves the VA money. And it empowers the veteran to be more productive if he's